Sagittarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-November 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Saggies. What's happening for my friends, my gods. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic. As we move very much closer to Sagittarius season, right? It's almost your birthday, my friends. Let's see what's happening, my gods. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Saggy. Please, my gods, what's happening? Talk to me about my friends. Nice and quick. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, this is very nurturing, loving, and caring type of energy here, Sagittarius, like motherly almost. But it doesn't just have to be that. It always reminds me of the Empress. So regardless of how the rest of this reading turns out, that is a very good and positive sign for us to lead off with that type of vibe. Now, there's a lot of nuance there. Before we really dive into it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the November subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. So once again, you see that mother figure snugging up to that baby. So this means several different things whenever I see it in the front end of a reading. One, this could represent creation, whether it's something you're manifesting, something you're creating that you care a lot about. That is really on the table. So for a lot of Saggies, just know your powers of manifesting are very much heightened when this shows up. I wouldn't be surprised if we have the Magician in the regular part of the spread. This is also nurturing. So whether that is something that you're feeling or maybe that's something that you're needing, when I see this card, it's like, all right, Saggy might need a hug, all right? And I could give you a big virtual internet bear hug. I got you with that. But you might need some real ones here when this card shows up. So whether it's someone close to you that needs some love and affection, or maybe you do, there's nothing wrong with that, right? We're humans, we crave closeness, and this card could easily represent that. But to me, with the Emperor's vibe, it's also abundant and filled with blessings. So it's like good on good on good. There could be a lot of blessings coming towards you, Sagittarius, so that's really nice. So let's get into tarot. Like I said, whatever shows up in this reading, that's a positive. So, and that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. Let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness here. So let's shuffle it up one time. And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. It was a bit of an outlier last week. And it felt like a niche type of message where, all right, a few people need to hear this. Maybe not every single Sagittarius. But the reading was titled, They Are Cold. And that was the vibe I was picking up heavily in last week's reading, whether someone is emotionally detached or just a cold-hearted type of individual. It was showing up all over in last week's reading. Maybe certain things you're going through are making you feel a little bit cold. That's a possibility. But it was a bit of a tough one last week. Someone acting very distant and cold and emotionally shut off. So let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, right? Because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get you 3. What's happening with my Saggies? We won't think too much about that cold energy from last week, right? Okay, thank you. All right, Harmony. Beautiful, harmonious type of card. We have the 2 of Pentacles. You might be very busy here. You might be very, like, I don't know why I'm picking up that intuitive vibe already, but with the 2 of Pentacles, like you see them juggling the Pentacles, might be very busy here or a lot on your hands. Let's get a couple more. What do we got for Saggy in mid-November? And here's this little bit of a cold energy showing up. Once again, we have the King of Swords. So what is happening, Sagittarius? What's going on here? All right, let's get one more, then we'll really start to piece this story together. What's going on with Saggy, please? Thank you. All right, Page of Pentacles. It's a bit of a softer type of energy. Lots of pentacles here, Sagittarius. So this is going to be an interesting one, that's for sure. I mean, your readings usually are. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, I look down here at the box. Notice we have double pentacles showing up. We also have double court cards. When we have a lot of earthy pentacle energy, that could be a big focus on the monetary, the work, the material world, the family. So you might have things like that on your mind. You might be working hard at things. That's a big possibility. Notice the double court cards. This could be a lot of people. There could be a lot of interpersonal things happening too. So we really want to like build this story out and go piece by piece. So let's do that. Position number 1, we have the 2 of Pentacles. This is a beautiful, harmonious type of card. Now, the one thing I will say, when we have a harmonious card like the 2 of Pentacles, King of Swords, Page of Pentacles, maybe this is people trying to get on the same page. I was picking that up in the Aries reading too, where there's like problem resolution or people trying to figure certain situations out. That could be showing up here. And when I see the 2 of Pentacles, I think of things starting to balance. Now, when we have the 2 of Pentacles, as with all 2s, they could represent partnerships, they could represent decisions, being at a crossroads in life, but the harmonious energy of this is something that can't be ignored. So this could represent a win or a victory of some sort, or things coming into a state of balance or very close to it. Now, when it could be good for money as well, but when I see the 2 of Pentacles, it could also, once again, represent somebody that's juggling a lot of responsibilities or juggling a lot of things. You might have your hands full when we have a card like the 2 of Pentacles showing up for you to start off a reading. So I find that very intriguing that we're starting with that. So we'll revisit it, of course. Now, moving to the center, we have the King of Swords. I feel like this could be a very important card in this week's reading. Could represent an air sign. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Doesn't matter male or female, but I always say kings represent control of their respective suits. So aside from that little bit of cold, distant energy I was already commenting on, the King of Swords represents control of the mind. So there might be a thought process or something on your mind that you're trying to control, or this is someone you're linked to that is trying to keep their mind right, try to keep their thoughts right. This is a detail-oriented type of energy. It's plan-based, so we could think of strategy, we could think of planning, determination with the King of Swords. But just like with the Queen of Swords, this is no nonsense, no BS, no fluff, no games. Very, very serious. So whether it's a serious situation or something that you need to take serious, the King of Swords is an energy that we shouldn't miss and that we can't miss. Okay, so we'll revisit that a little further if that's not an air sign that you are connected to. Now, moving to the back end, we have a much softer type of vibe. We have the Page of Pentacles. Now, this could represent someone that is younger than you. Sometimes it represents age differences. It could represent children. It could represent new things or new beginnings. But I say with all pages, they can be learning new things. So it's a student or it's a messenger. So there could be some sort of talk, conversation, message. Generally, when we see the Page of Pentacles, it's the written message, okay? Like letters, emails, things like that, like written message. So we'll see what type of possible conversation this could be. But for a lot of you, you might be learning new things or thirsting for new knowledge when we have the Page of Pentacles, if this isn't an earth sign that you're connected to. So it's interesting here that we have a card that could represent partnerships, multiple individuals showing up here. So there's a lot that could possibly be happening. Whereas this one is a little more sturdy and reliable. This one is a little more angry. We'll have to see what's up. So, Saggy, let's dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Saggies. See what's happening, my guides. Talk to me. What's up with my friends? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 2 of Pentacles here. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Saggy, you drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, 2 of Pentacles time. Hoping this is harmonious. Okay, why is that 2 of Pentacles here? What's happening with my friends? Thank you. Yeah, very similar to that Oracle card that we have here. Yeah, you know what would make you feel better. Okay, so if you are going through problems or big situations, whatever it might be, you kind of, or you don't kind of already know, you know what will make you feel better. Okay, whether it's an action from somebody, whether it's a response from someone, intuitively, that's just what this feels like with the 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles in the upright. It's like, yeah, well, I know what I need. I know what'll make me feel better. I know what'll make me feel secure. So for a lot of you, this could be a sense of security coming in for you. I would say this bodes very well for things like finding work or stability in work, good things with money. There are very good hints here in the front end for that, Sagittarius. So if that's something your mind is fixated on, that's a good thing. Now, just like this card from the very beginning, she also reminds me of the Empress. And what do I think of with Empress energy? It represents blessings. It represents abundance and just good things, wins, victories, all that stuff. So when I see it leading off here, to me, it just says for a lot of Saggies, there could be massive blessings and stability and security coming in for you. I do say that Empress energy is extremely fertile. Okay, there's a lot of possibilities here for you, and this is extremely claimable energy right here on the front end. The only thing that's like sticking out like a sore thumb a little bit to me is this King energy in the center. We'll see. I don't want to prejudge it, but we're starting with blessings. We're starting with abundance, and this is beautiful energy here that I would claim. So let's keep pressing forward. Second time we have Empress-like energy here. Lots of earth, lots of earth. Steady, reliable. But for a lot of you, whatever situations or problems you might be going through right now, if you're going through anything, you know what the optimal resolution is. You know what you need. You know what you want. You know what would make you feel better. Let's go in on that King of Swords. So that's like my double message there in the front end. So why is the King of Swords here? Thank you. Five of Cups, yeah. Not a big fan. This is someone trying to hide their pain or trying to play something off. Like, yeah, no big deal. I'm good. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Similar to the vibe from last week, we have the Five of Cups underneath the King of Swords. So you might be having big issues with an air sign here. Once again, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. If not, the Five of Cups is that river of tears. And when I see it under this King of Swords, it's two main things to me. You might be going through serious issues or situations or problems here. So that could be shown here with the King of Swords and the Five of Cups. It's like, okay, we do have good. We do have a lot of positivity, but there's also something else going on in the background. Maybe that was that juggling energy I was picking up where there's some good, there's good things happening, but at the same time, you might be in conjunction dealing with a serious issue, situation, or problem for sure. But if that's not it, to me, I have to tell you, like if somebody's hiding it, if you think somebody is unaffected by something, that is BS, okay? This is somebody that is feeling some sort of pain. They're going through a very difficult time, whether they have problems within themselves or whether they're going through serious problems and stuff like that. I'm picking up somebody hurting here in a very big way. So let's keep moving forward. Okay, I don't feel like we need to dwell there. That energy is what it is. Just know if there is somebody, I mean, for a small portion of you, it might even be you. You might be putting on a brave face. Like, I'm not going to let them know how I'm feeling. I'm not going to let anybody know how affected I am. That's a possibility. So let's see what's up at that page. Because now we're getting to the point where there's possible communication, where this one seems very stable and sturdy. This one's not so much. So let's see what's happening with that page. Then we'll do our recap before we get into the shadow card. That Page of Pentacles here. Thank you. So much Pentacle energy, and I dropped it. So you're going to get a blooper reel this week, Saggy. It went across the room. We got the King of Pentacles here. So the evolution of this Page of Pentacles. Let me get back in my chair. I had to almost get off the whole chair, Saggy. So when I get the King of Pentacles, there's just earth sign energy out the wazoo this week. So the huge focus on the money and the material world is all over the place here. The King of Pentacles, to me, when I see it, it is very sturdy, grounded, and abundant, very similar to this Queen of Pentacles. So whether this could be really good news coming in, I feel like there's more positivity surrounding this reading than there's this issue. Okay, so maybe it's somebody trying to cheer another up. If you've been waiting for an important talk or a message from somebody, that could absolutely come in. Right? Like for a lot of you, this could be good or exciting news coming in as well. Like when I see this energy in the front, now the Page of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles, it's like something coming to maturity. There's a maturation here as well, where something could take the next step. So for a lot of you, there could be exciting news coming in a very big way. But aside from that, to me, Yeah, there's something or someone you've been waiting on. There's a possibility of it happening. Now, there are double kings here. These are all about control. So yeah, maybe this is someone trying to control a narrative or control the communication in some sort of way. But there's just so much earthy energy here all over the place. And when we go from page to king, there's like a maturation. Now, if you haven't heard from someone, if there's someone you want to talk to or you haven't heard from them, this could indicate a little bit of shyness, where someone's a little shy to approach or shy to talk. That's a big possibility, but I could still see a talk of importance happening here, where this page is kind of like bridging the gap between all these individuals. And notice, people. There's so many different people that could be in your energy in this time. Possible family things too, with all these Pentacle Court cards. Let's go through and do a quick recap, because there are competing energies happening here, Sagittarius. So only take what hits for you. But the vast majority, we have like 3 of the 4 Pentacle Court cards showing up here. Lots of people. Position number 1, we have the 2 of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. I did say intuitively the first message I got was like, you know what would make you feel better, or you know what your resolution is. It's like, yeah, I know the outcome that I want with this. That was a big thing I was feeling. But another thing, the energy of massive blessings coming in for a lot of you, and I picked it up in double areas throughout this spread, even though there's the speed bump in the middle. Now we have the King of Swords with the 5 of Cups. To me, it felt like a couple of different things. One, yeah, maybe someone's going through a serious situation or problem or issue, whatever it might be, and they're masking it a little bit. It could be somebody trying to hide how much they're affected by something, like, yeah, no, don't worry, I'm good, but I don't buy that. It's someone who is hurting here in the center. On the back end, we have the Page of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles and the upright. Beautiful type of energy. So whether this is an important talk that happens where someone bridges the gap, for a lot of you, if you've been waiting on some sort of news, there could be exciting news coming in, especially linked with this blessing energy. So please take a screenshot. I love the stability and the long-lasting implications here. So please screenshot that. Let's see what's in the shadows for you, Saggy. Lots of good energy around the material here for a lot of you. Okay, money, work. So let's see what's happening for my Saggies, please. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's within you or whether it's something you don't quite see. It doesn't always have to be a challenge. So what's in the shadows? And yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it down in the comments. Okay, and yeah, I added a new tier that's a couple bucks down there. If you want the Zodiac emojis and the membership badges, it's a great way to support my friends. I appreciate you. So let's get you a shadow card. Obviously, no pressure. What's happening with Saggy? Thank you. Queen of Wands, just like the Leo reading. Just like in the Leo reading, you have the Queen of Wands showing up as your shadow card. And in a fire sign reading, this is an extra important card. Now, when I see the Queen of Wands, I think she's beautiful, confident, and sexy type of energy. So maybe some of you are getting your groove back. Maybe Spirit's telling you, like, hey, you might need to take some action or make some sort of move when this card shows up. Okay, like, be confident in yourself. But there is also something lingering here in the shadows about self-confidence or how one views themselves. So as a shadow card, the Queen of Wands in a fire reading is first and foremost Spirit saying, be kind to yourself. Be nice to yourself. See the positives in yourself and be confident that you have a lot to bring to the table in whatever sense that might mean. The Queen of Wands is just beautiful. And it could also speak about aesthetics. So whether you're thinking, oh, well, how does this look? Or how would this look to other people? Doesn't matter with the Queen of Wands. She's confident in her own right? Like, this is beautiful energy. So if you've been lacking confidence in this time, Spirit could be asking you to step into your power. So that's a beautiful thing, Saggy. But yes, my friends, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The November subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the October subscriber surprise, the winners will be in the community tab after this week's fire and air readings. But for November, we're bringing back winner's choice. 2 lucky subscribers will get to pick a deck of their choosing up to $40 US. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the zodiac signs, which one do you think is the most fun? Which one do you have the most fun with? And yeah, after that, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of November, I'll pick the winners at random as usual. My friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.